Alright, so I never made a video talking about the new Killer and Survivor perk, so I wanted to make a quick video about that real quickly. So, first off is probably the worst perk we've seen in a few years. That's Dark Arrogance. Permanently increases the duration of killer blinds by any means and the duration of pallet stuns by 25%. Permanently increases your vaulting speed by 20%. This is the worst perk I've seen in such a long time. No one, and I mean no one at all whatsoever, will pick Dark Arrogance over Bamboozle. You will never do it. No one will ever do it. The only thing Dark Arrogance is for Vault Speed Myers. That's it. That's literally the only use for this perk. I guess Vault Speed Wraith too. But every single person possible will take a 5% slower vault, but having the window blocked for 16 seconds over a 5% faster vault with a huge penalty of a 25% longer stun and blind. Like, no. What this perk should not make it to live as it is. It better not make it to live. I really don't know what they're going for with it. I know they said they do one perk for the veterans, one perk for the new people, and then one, like, Mimi perk, right? And I think Dark Arrogance is the Mimi perk, because this is honestly terrible. Honestly terrible. So, yeah. Next, we go to Languid Touch, which is actually a really solid perk. Basically, whenever a survivor scares a crow within 36 meters of you, so most killers have a 32-meter terror radius. This is 36 meters. And then also, you know, killers with 20-meter terror radiuses, it's not affected by that at all. It's 36 meters of your location. The Languid Touch activates, causes the survivor who scared the crow to be exhausted for 10 seconds. Languid Touch has a cooldown of 20 seconds. Now, here's a problem. Languid Touch goes on cooldown. So you'll know, if you're not in a chase with anybody, you'll know somebody's nearby, right? Which is good. That's a really good secondary effect that's not even accounted for in the perk. But the problem is, if you are chasing somebody and Languid Touch goes on cooldown, it could be the survivor you're chasing, or it could not be the survivor you're chasing. In which case you're thinking, okay, I didn't see them sprint burst, so I know they're exhausted for 10 seconds, and they're running so they don't get it back, so I know for a fact I won't have any exhaustion perks, and then all of a sudden they lithe and hit a window. And it's like, okay, well, I guess there was somebody else nearby, you know, so it's kind of interesting. I feel like it has the potential to be really good, but I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And then we have the last perk for Vecna, Weave Attunement. Whenever an item is depleted for the first time, it's automatically dropped. The auras of dropped survivor items are revealed to you, kind of like Franklin's Demise, except for Weave Attunement's map wide, as well as the auras of any survivors within 8 meters of them. Causes survivors picking up the item to suffer from Oblivious for 30 seconds. Now, there's a few fundamental problems with this. One, whenever the item drops out of your hand, you get a little notification hearing that. Two, if the survivor's paying attention, they'll see it's dropped and immediately pick it up. And yes, they will be oblivious for 30 seconds, but oblivious it's nothing really crazy, you know. I think it's a decent status effect because oblivious stops you from hearing the terror radius, but at the same time, it's just really not worth it in my opinion. I would rather have like an exhausted status effect, to be honest. Obviously, once survivors drop it for the first time, they'll know this perk is in play. It'll probably pop up saying Weave Attunement, letting them know why they dropped the item. And then for the rest of the match, if they have built to last, they'll just 99 their item, or they'll just pick it up right away. I think you could fix this perk by making it to where they can't pick it up for 10 seconds. Even then, it still wouldn't be great, but it would be better than it is now. Because I went against it on the PTB, I dropped my item, I immediately picked it back up. Like, yeah, I was oblivious for 30 seconds, but 30 seconds ain't crazy. That's doable. You just got to be a little bit more alert for 30 seconds. So, right now, his best perk, in my opinion, is Languid Touch. Weave Attunement's better, but still kind of bad. And then Dark Arrogance is probably the worst perk of all. Oh, at least of, like, the last 2 years. I mean, Sable Ward would have had one of the worst perks, but they changed them. Like Wicked when it first released. Alright, and then for the Survivor, we got Bardic Inspiration. Now, this perk is kind of interesting. Basically, it's a gen speed perk. You play your freaking little lute, banjo or whatever, 15 seconds after you roll the dice. D1, you scream, nothing happens. D2 to 10, 1% bonus skill check progression. 11 to 19, 2%, 20, 3%, right? So, most likely you're going to be getting the 2 to 10, 11 to 19 range. Then it lasts for 60 seconds after you cancel it, or after completing it or canceling it, right? So, you have to play the whole song out for 15 seconds to get the 60 seconds of the song, right? And this could be good if you like start the friggin' at the beginning of the match and you just play it and then you roll like a d20 and then you got like teammates with hyper focus and stakeout and stuff like that. I honestly think it's gonna be really good in like a 4-man Swift, because I don't know if they stack or not, but if they do stack, it would be crazy. And even if they don't stack, I mean, it's still solid. It's still extra gen speed. I actually used it one time and rolled like a D18, and we tripled the gen, and we got it done in like 20 seconds, which was kind of crazy. So yeah. Then we have Mirrored Illusion. After repairing generators for 50%, so just like Wiretap and Blast Mine and Flashbang, press the active ability button when next to a chest, gate, totem, or generator, and you spawn an illusion that lasts for 2 minutes. The illusion's very easy. The illusion's very easy to tell it's fake. It glitches super heavy. For some reason, a few people fell for it on the PTB. I'm not sure why. Maybe the killers see something different. It looked the same to me. But yeah, I think this will be most effective against the ranged killers, because if you're like 40 meters away, you can't really see the glitching effect that crazy, so you could like throw a hatchet at it, you know, and you're like, what the hell did I miss? You know what I mean? Get you to waste, you know, a little bit of ammo. And then the last perk they got, Still Sight. After holding still for 4 seconds, Still Sight activates. You see the aura of the killer as well as any chests and generators within 18 meters of your location. Obviously, it can be combined with Open-Handed from Ace Visconti, which increases it by 16 meters, making it 34 meters in total. Holding still for 4 seconds, though, you're not really going to be able to use it and chase. The second you start moving, it goes away, too. So, I mean, I think it's more meant for, I don't know, just like people trying to hide out, I guess, like stealth, maybe. I'm not really sure what its purpose is. I mean, chests and generators is cool, and totems, too, I think, but the Aura of the Killer, I don't know, I could be wrong. I guess we'll have to see, but yeah. That was a quick video. I just wanted to talk about the perks real quick, and hopefully they change some of these perks before they go live, because dude, Dark Arrogance is terrible. I don't know. I really don't know what the thought process was behind it. But yeah. Yeah, that does it for this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one.